to the viewers.
It must have been a very long day for you as well. You were very closely linked to Madiba.
It's been a very long day. First, when the news is broken, to you, you say the old man has rested. It's only after you have uttered those words that you just realize that you are almost in denial.
How long have you known Madiba?
I think we who were actually been in exile, he actually dominated. The Free Mandela, things, the poems that we compose were just everything about him. And coming back into South Africa and, sitting one-to-one, actually with him, then to begin to feel the pulse, the pace, the warmth and the trajectory of his thought is an absolutely very humbling experience.
Have you collaborated with him on any of your projects?
I mean, through the organizations that he worked up in it. And one of the beautiful things I really love about Madiba is that it was during the anti-apartheid days that I met my wife. So which is a very good things. But then in terms of the conceptualization, the discussion of the ideas around him, the building of the film No Long to Freedom, there was an earlier one that was done that I narrated together with kind of Anand thing. And also coming from a perspective of indigenous knowledge kind of systems, I also valued his sense of African rootedness, while at the same time he is an international figure of absolute note.
How would you remember him?
I would just remember him first as a very humorous, very humble person, a person who has got an ability to transcend himself, whose mind can overrun his feelings, and those feelings can control, actually his mind. Somebody who believes, ultimately that we may come from different perspectives, religions, whatever orientations, but at the very heart of it, we are all one. Our heart beats as one.
Did you ever write a poem about Madiba?
Yes, I have. I've just reserved it from somewhere, but in short, I would say a giant tree has fallen, scattering 1 billion bright leaves that replicate themselves in 1 million messages of love, peace, and reconciliation. Lidumela dlula, lightning has struck and it has passed like a comet that blazes across the sky, leaving a line to be followed. On his footsteps we shall tread ever so gently, ever questioning ourselves that if I may err, if I may do something wrong, if I'm in any situation, I may ask myself, if Madiba was in this position, would he act in this manner or would he not act in this manner? Son of Allah, of Kedume, Pomoyi, Ntembu.
Professor, thank you so much.
Thank
you
you.
Just come from the house right now. What
I
is
just came from the
latest?
house. It's there is so much dignity. There is so much grief. It's as if palpably he is in there. Magaziwe was there. Winnie was there. The former president Thabo Mbeki and a number of other powerful people were just actually all there. And there was actually laughter and kind of a celebration actually of this life. But when we actually look again at the body language, you find that if at all I were to paint a picture as a painter, they would make a very brilliant thing, the commingling, the cauldron of feeling and emotion battling within these individuals. And none of them was actually even speaking fast. Everybody's speech was absolutely deliberate and slow, as if they are thinking about something and saying something different.
Professor, thank you so much for joining us and giving us that update. That was Professor Pitike Ntuli here in studio with us. Now that's where we got to end it. From myself, Elvis Preslin, we say goodbye. For Bakshni.